got me so hot, my nigga. So hot. Like, yo, I do not play when it comes to my child. Don't play with me. But it's like, it's a whack feeling when your kid don't, not even trying to you and try to call somebody else mommy. Watch. I'm not even gonna touch y'all because everybody wanna be suing people. I'ma spit at y'all motherfucker like this. Like that. The don't play when it comes to my
Chile. The drama streets are on fire again. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are going head-to-head once more, and this time it's getting ugly in ways we didn't think possible. Their never-ending feud just hit a brand new low, and if things keep escalating like this, somebody's career might not survive the fallout. For years, these two have been throwing shade like it's a sport, but now, it's beyond rap beef. It's personal. Both stars are taking shots so ruthless they've even dragged their kids into it. What started as slick tweets spiraled into a no-limits showdown when Cardi allegedly hinted that Nicki's son, Papa Bear, was slow. That one comment set the internet ablaze and revived old whispers claiming the child might be autistic, something fans had quietly speculated about for a while. But Cardi didn't stop there. Instead of cooling off, she allegedly claimed to have receipts. Actual medical records tied to Papa Bear. Reports say she's threatening to leak them online. And baby, that's not just messy. That's dangerous territory.
Where's the album? So you talking about no album with the what? Y'all don't even want me to drop that album because y'all gonna be crying. Because I'ma outsell.
With that single move, Cardi shifted from social media smoke to full-on expose mode, practically confirming the rumors and dragging Nicki's child into the chaos. If she really dares to post it, this won't just be a feud anymore. It'll be the scandal that shakes hip-hop to its core. Listen, this ain't just some lighthearted rap rivalry anymore. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj just broke the internet. Their feud officially crossed into scandal territory, and baby, this might be the point of no return. At this stage, even the group chat can't handle it. Like seriously, how did we end up here? What used to be playful competition has turned straight up toxic. Everyone knows these two can't stand each other, but nobody expected it to sink this low. They're not just trading bars anymore. They're publicly coming for each other's kids and even wishing bad things on them. That's not shade. That's war. Social media right now looks like the Wild West. Tweets flying, fan bases fighting, and every blog eating it up. And all of this madness, it popped off because of Cardi's new album, Am I the Drama?
I'ma outsell, I'ma have hits, I'ma be on top. That's a fact. Y'all better, y'all never watch the Freddie Odd Parents when they say you gotta be careful what you wish for because what you be wishing for is not what you're gonna.
Well, baby, the title says it all because the answer is clearly yes. Nicki's fan base has been wild since the album dropped, convinced that Cardi filled it with subliminal shots aimed straight at their queen. In one clip that's been going viral, fans swear Cardi wasn't just shading Nicki, she was flexing, bragging about how she was about to outsell her. The confidence, the chaos, the audacity. This feud just hit a whole new level. Now Cardi might not have said any names, but come on. Everybody with Wi-Fi knew exactly who she was talking about. The shade wasn't even subtle. Considering the years of back and forth between her and Nicki, fans instantly connected the dots and assumed those bars were aimed right at Pink Friday 2. Cardi's album came out swinging and pulled in an impressive 200,000 first-week sales. Huge numbers by any standard. But Nicki's Pink Friday 2 had clocked in at about 227,000 in its debut week, and that tiny difference? Oh, it lit the match for a whole new round of chaos. Suddenly, the fan bases were back in the trenches, turning every tweet and every stat post into another battlefield. Nicki didn't say much directly, but her retweets did all the talking. She started reposting every chart update that hyped her album's dominance, tweets saying things like, Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2, with 228,000 sales, remains the biggest first week for a female rap album this decade. Another one read, it also broke records for the largest vinyl sales week for a female rap album since 1991. And she didn't stop there. More posts bragged about Pink Friday 2 still being the biggest debut for a female rapper on Spotify, pulling 28.2 million streams in just one day, even during the Christmas season. To top it off, Nicki was flexing that she holds 2 of the top 5 biggest Spotify debuts for any female rap project ever. So yeah, Nicki didn't have to name drop either. The shade was mutual, the tension was thick, and both sides were clearly ready for round 2. Now look, nobody's denying Nicki earned her moment to brag. Pink Friday 2 crushed it, no question. But the timing of those reposts had folks giving major side-eye. While the industry was celebrating Cardi's album drop, Nicki was busy hyping herself up all over again. and it came off real shady. That's when everyone knew this back and forth was about to spiral out of control. But nobody, and I mean nobody, expected it to get this dark. Out of nowhere, Cardi allegedly started hinting that Nicki's son, Papa Bear, might have autism. That accusation sent shockwaves through social media. Nicki, of course, wasn't staying silent. She fired back with one of the wildest diss tweets anyone's seen in a minute. She wrote, "Barney Dangerous, ABCDEFG, falling off the charts with that big belly, running trains barefoot. Still smelly, still couldn't outsell me. ABCDEFG, surgery to look like me. Tell the rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico, fraud, and perjury. ABCDEFG, Lighten said your mom was streaming." Now for voiceover flow, she wasn't literally spelling it out slow. It came out more like ABCDEFG in one quick roll, just to jab at Cardi's song Magnet, where she used a similar alphabet-style hook. Basically, Nicki flipped Cardi's own gimmick and turned it into mockery. And Cardi, she caught that shade instantly. She clapped back on X, writing, "What did Cardi B say on her #1 album? Oh yeah, must call on notifications and alerts, 'cause everything I do, a hating bee see it first." Then she kept the heat going, posting, "Coca-Cola Barbie. The power I have makes these bees come out of rehab every time. Go to your room. Ain't nothing more annoying than a bored bee. You missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet." At that point, the feud wasn't just about charts anymore. It was personal, poetic, and vicious all at once. Whew. Things got way nastier from there. Nicki wasn't done, not by a long shot. After Cardi bragged about her Magnet track going crazy online, Nicki fired off another jab, tweeting, "Broad talking pregnant with the 4th baby. Barry BBVHPV, allegedly." Yeah, that was the line that had everyone clutching their phones. That messy tweet pushed Cardi straight over the edge. She clapped back hard, mocking Nicki's alphabet insults by firing one of her own. "ABCDEFG, your man had to snatch PP tastes like honey. Comb your bro, you be touching 12-year-old. It was a brutal shot that left fans gasping, but Cardi didn't stop there. She dropped another tweet, fuming. "All right, now this is the 3rd time you've mentioned my pregnancy, like you wasn't running to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce. All them peas scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord, protect my baby." That one hit Nicki deep because she quickly jumped on X to clear the air, saying, "Also, let me say this. I've never had fertility issues. That's not something to use as a drag. To the women actually living that pain, blaming themselves, we can only imagine and pray for them. Love them, uplift them. Don't use them as a punchline." But instead of peace, things only got uglier. The kids got pulled right into the storm. Nicki fired off another tweet calling Cardi Barney B and Tour Vulture. Fans at first thought she meant Culture Vulture, but then she made it obvious. She was talking about Cardi's daughter, Culture. Nicki actually tweeted, "Culture Vulture, you ugly too." That crossed a line nobody thought she'd cross. Nicki followed it up with another jab. "Album flopped, pussy flopped. Never want to fight. Outrank you when you join gangs. Shut the F up. Come fight." By then, the whole internet was spinning. Both fan bases were dragging each other. Celebrities started unfollowing, and it felt like no one could stop the madness. What started as chart competition had turned into a war of insults, kids, and cruel digs, live for millions to see. At this point, the beef hit a level nobody thought possible. Nicki was still firing off tweets, posting, "Sympathy baby couldn't pull 228,000 abort mission." Then she went even lower, taking aim at Cardi's daughter with a post that read, "Culture, you one-road monkey like your sister Cokie. B, please don't sniff Coca-Cola with baby number 4 and 5. Culture a vulture and her mama a crow. So stupid not to see. Once Wendy ate that crow, what happened? They played you to hex yourself." Flop heavy, tongue hot for once. Fans couldn't believe she really said that. Nicki's words were so wild that even some of her own supporters were telling her to delete the tweets. But instead of backing down, Nicki doubled down, saying it was gloves off after Cardi had crossed the line first. And that's when Cardi went nuclear. She unleashed a full-on rant, dragging Nicki's son, Papa Bear, into the chaos with some of the harshest words she's ever said online. Cardi tweeted, "Do you wish you could call my daughter ugly? Culture is beautiful, and you know it. Your hate runs so deep, it's dark and nasty, because your son's nonverbal. You messed him up with them drugs. You jealous of everybody's kids and their happiness. Papa Bear, I'm sorry you can't speak and bang spoons because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. I'm sorry your mom doesn't even pay attention to you on your birthday because she's too busy being an obsessed, dark-spirited, hating hoe. The internet stopped cold. That banging spoons line was a reference to a video of Papa Bear tapping utensils on a table, a sweet, harmless moment that fans had once gushed over. But Cardi flipped it into an insult, and that's what made it sting even more. Then she added another jab. You said culture was what? That slow sun that came out your pee. Remember you were wishing all that negativity on me while I was pregnant? Look at your karma. That one tweet alone had millions of views within hours. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It was straight up destruction. What had started as lyrical shade turned into two mothers tearing into each other's children on the timeline. The rap game had never seen a war this ugly, and the world couldn't look away. By this point, the feud was pure chaos. No limits, no mercy. Nicki fired off another tweet that had the internet frozen. Look what your rotten pea produced. Now he's 5 years old, tippy-toeing around the house and can't even spell his name. Fans couldn't believe it. Then she doubled down with another post that read, Dear culture vulture, your mom is pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. The gag is, she's jealous of a little boy just because his hair is smoother than all four of you bald monkeys put together? Yeah. She really said that. The backlash was instant. People were disgusted. Even longtime Barbz were saying Nicki had finally crossed the line from clapback queen to full-blown villain. And of course, Cardi wasn't letting that slide. She came back swinging, posting a fiery response that shook social media. I said it back in 2018, and nobody believed me. You've been talking about my child since I was pregnant. You've been jealous of my kid. I never mentioned or talked about your fucking kid. It's one thing to be jealous of me, but to be jealous of my kids? That's insane. She didn't stop there. Cardi kept going, typing with pure rage. You're jealous of my kids because they're beautiful and smart. That's why God punished you with having a slow kid. You hate your own child because you can't brag on him or his milestones. The only thing you can brag about is his hair. You dummy. I'm saying this again. Stop playing with my kid. That last line hit like a thunderclap. Cardi wasn't trying to trade wordplay anymore. She was defending her motherhood and her babies like a lioness. The tone was raw, emotional, and real. It was no longer about sales, fame, or rap status. This was two mothers in an all-out war, and every tweet made it uglier by the minute. By now, all hell had officially broken loose. Cardi fired back again with one of the most savage lines yet, tweeting, You just mad your son's favorite color is 5. Get the F on, you crackhead. That one-liner had the internet gasping. It was wild, cruel, and pure chaos in tweet form. But Nicki wasn't about to stay quiet. She clapped back just as hard, writing, Barney B said she wishes she was dead. Even after beginning her litter of monkeys, Jake's feud bad for y'all. Then she kept going, dropping even more shade. Raw and got pregnant with another monkey. You said, oh well, he all my baby daddies now. Your husband said he never liked you. Hubby told you years ago how ugly you looked, swollen and busted in the face from surgery. So guess what? Take my money. Yes, daddy. Ow, it's both our money now. That tweet left people speechless. It wasn't even rap beef anymore. It was personal destruction, aired out for millions. And that's when Cardi snapped. The nice girl filter was gone. She unleashed one of her darkest accusations yet, taking the fight straight into Nicki's private life. Cardi wrote, Since you want to talk, let's really talk. What y'all don't know is that Nicki's been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar for almost 9 years. She's been on heavy perks and Xanax, and don't listen to nobody around her. The only person that has control is Kenneth Petty. But y'all know what happens with that Amex when she's sedated. The internet went insane. Fans were reposting screenshots, blogs were spinning headlines, and Nicki's team went radio silent. Cardi had just thrown a grenade, exposing alleged medical information. And now the entire world was watching to see what Nicki would say next. This wasn't music beef anymore. It was character assassination, live in real time. That clapback was brutal, and it cracked open a whole new layer of drama. Rumors had already been swirling for months about Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty, allegedly keeping her under control by encouraging her substance use. Now, with Cardi hinting at mental health struggles, those whispers came roaring back. One of the first people to spill that particular tea was blogger Kim Barbie, who didn't hold back when he posted, You want to holler that people judge your disgusting husband because they're not used to being loved? But you know who is used to being loved? Wendy Williams. He loved her pockets to the end. Let her do all types of substances so he could keep digging in that purse while she fell apart. That man is doing the same thing to you. mixing your nose candy with horse tranquilizers and Ozempic so he can make you dumber while taking your money and letting you look crazy. That statement went viral all over again, and Cardi clearly saw it because she ran with it. She started leaning all the way in on the whispers about Nicki's personal life, using them as ammunition in her next round of tweets. But she didn't stop there. Cardi then turned her focus back to Nicki's son, Papa Bear, doubling down on the cruelest rumor yet, that he's allegedly autistic. And this time, she claimed she had proof. She tweeted, "Let me tell you something. Let this be the last time you mention my kids before I speak on the tea about yours. You want to talk about ABCS?" It was chilling. Fans could feel the temperature drop online. Cardi wasn't hinting anymore. She was threatening to release private info about Nicki's child, and everyone knew what that meant. The feud had officially gone from celebrity gossip to full-blown moral disaster territory, and no one could believe how far it had gone. "Leave me the F alone today, ho! I'm sick of you, B!" That's how Cardi's last tweet dropped, raw, emotional, and completely unfiltered. By then, nobody was holding back anymore. But as the timeline exploded with retweets and think pieces, one uncomfortable truth sat in the middle of all this chaos. The kids never should have been dragged into it. Let's be real. There have been online whispers for a while that Nicki's son, Papa Bear, might be autistic, but none of that has ever been confirmed. It's all fan speculation with zero receipts. Papa Bear is only 5 and we don't see much of him publicly. So while some people claim he doesn't talk like other kids his age, the truth is, we don't really know. For all we know, that little boy could be a total chatterbox at home. We just don't see it because Nicki keeps him private, as she should. Still, the internet twisted that privacy into gossip fuel. And now, because of Cardi's comments and her claim that she's got receipts, people are treating a child's development like it's breaking celebrity news. It's ugly, it's invasive, and honestly, it's heartbreaking. At this point, the whole feud stopped being entertaining. It turned toxic. Autism is not something to joke about, argue over, or use as a weapon. These kids didn't ask for any of this. They're innocent, and both fan bases need to remember that. Some folks online are even saying what everyone's thinking. Lock Cardi and Nicki in a private room, let them duke it out, and leave the babies out of it. Because this has gone way past music beef. It's turned into a public meltdown between two mothers who can't let go of hate. And when it reaches the point where kids are being dragged into the mess, that's not rap beef anymore. That's just sad. And honestly, these two are way too grown for this madness. The whole thing is giving flashbacks to that Lil' Kim versus Foxy Brown feud from back in the day, and y'all remember how that one ended. Shots were fired, careers got stained, and even though nobody died, the damage was permanent. But what's happening between Cardi and Nicki? It's way worse. Every time it seems like things can't possibly go any lower, they find a brand new bottom. Now we've got Cardi threatening to leak Papa Bear's medical records and Nicki clapping back like her entire legacy is under attack. It's wild. What started as playful shade has turned into a cold-blooded war where nothing is sacred anymore. Not family, not kids, not even private health information. Like, what in the HIPAA violation is this? At this stage, it's not even about rap dominance. It's about pride, pain, and who's willing to burn it all down just to say they won. And from the looks of it, neither one's ready to let up. This isn't a rap beef. It's a full-blown battle of egos with no exit plan. So here's the real question. If this is where the feud stands right now, how much darker can it get from here? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, subscribe for more tea, and I'll catch y'all on the next one because this story, oh, it's far from over.